Hi! I'm at home by myself and I just suddenly had this feeling like I feel like I should do a video, so here I am. Look at my hair. Look what I did. I thought it might be fun to do a smoky eye for you. I've got today's makeup on. I've got glitter hairspray here on the side of my face. Can you see it? It's not my natural highlight radiating off my face. It's sparkly. Oh, in my heart of hearts, I know that I need a fresh face on, but I just can't do it right now. Okay, I'm only going to do the eyes. So I'm going to refresh my whole face by just applying some new makeup over this makeup, just like a mineral blast, just to freshen it up. It's not what I recommend you do, but I'm just going to do it for the hell of this video. Oh, I'm making a mess. I'm just going to get some extra coverage on these problem areas with this cool brush. So you may or may not know, but since you're only probably watching this because you know me and I forced you to, you know that I've got 3 kids, right? And so the other night 2 of them were in the bath and I could hear them giggling and laughing and carrying on, and next minute one of them's like, "You've got a hole in your bum." So straight away my ears prick up and I'm thinking, where is this conversation going? Then Miles, I don't even want to repeat it, "Put your finger in it." Oh man, kids are filthy. Well, I wouldn't put it past some people out there to put fingers where they shouldn't be going. So there's a bit of a fun story for your evening. I love this brush. You can just kind of like push it in. Just get it right up underneath the double chins. Honestly, you guys, all the beauty gurus look so polished and they're all like so graceful. And then there's me. Okay. So just pretend that that's my nice flawless base now, right? I'm going to make sure with a smoky eye that I'm not real heavy all over with everything, like heaps of blush, heaps of lips, heaps of smoky eye, heaps of eyebrows, because what can happen is you just end up too much and nobody knows where to focus on anything. With a smoky eye you can make it really heavy or not so heavy. You can make it quite soft and it still be smoky. You can use it different colours, whatever. Smoky just to me is a style that is nice and soft around the whole eye, kind of sultry looking. You can vary it according to what shape eyes you have. Anyone can really do a nice smoky eye. I've got new hair colour, so what am I going to do? Normally I'm really dark black, obviously, which, oh, do you just love head massages? I feel quite goth if I do smoky eyes. It's going to be quite refreshing. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do a grey / black smoky eye. I'm just going to give my brows a little bit of, like, make them exist. Bit of dark eyeshadow just feathered into my brow. I'm not going to be real fussy about the brows because I think when you have like a... Did I hear the cup song? I never tried the cup song. Wonder if I can do it. Where are the cups when I need them? Should I just try it with this candle holder? Oh no, I've got some tiny cups here. Come on, cup song, where are you? I'm ready. That's not the cup song. Can't you just make up the cup dance with any song? Cup song! Oh! So my eyebrows are looking pretty good right now. My smoky eye tonight, I'm going to be using the Vice palette. Here we go, that's what it looks like. Isn't it pretty? Don't you wish you could just put that on your eye and walk around with it like that? Pretty sure I can hear footsteps. And the kids should be in bed, so... Crikey, it's windy out there right now. Suck in for the camera! I always get a bit nervous when you can hear footsteps and then you realise that they were in your head all along. Before I get started, I'm a little bit uneven under here. I think the important thing to make an eye look work is that the whole eye looks good. Like if you go and put a smoky eye over and around your eyes and you actually have dark circles or anything like that that needs to be corrected, it just can look a little bit messy. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of concealer on just to lighten and brighten my under eye area up. Fingers all the way. So I've had this weird thing happen ever since my hair's been coloured, which has been the last 2 or 3 days, where this fly is really attracted to my head. I'm not even joking, like, it's the middle of winter in New Zealand. There should be no flies existing, but there's just those pesky last 2 that are still doing the squares around the living room. So now I'm brighter, it's blended in nicely, it's just, you know, we're just going to move on. With this palette, I'm going to use these colours up here. That one, that one, that one. Okay? Sorry, I'm going weird. I don't know. It's late. It's late for me. It's like 8:30 p.m. What shall we do first? We should prime. I'm not gonna, but we should. I'm literally gonna go and wash this off afterwards. I think what I'll do is apply a colour called Discreet. Just totally me. All over my lid. It's actually a really nice colour to do. It's got like a mauvey undertone. Put that all over. I'm going to be quite loose with it because I want the colour to be all over, just like a soft. This is why smoky eyes are easy, because you're genuinely just creating a soft haze around the eye. It's just knowing where to put the depth and how dark to take it, I guess. Like if you have hooded eyes like mine are a bit hooded, like more so than hooded, my issue is the excess skin, so there's quite a lot of flesh in here. See, if I've got it closed, I don't have that nice big eyelid thing where you can put definite things unless I squash it in there. Look, I'm squashing it, I'm squashing it, I'm squashing it. There it is, and oh, it's gone. You can create that by making a false crease, but we're not doing that right now. We're just going to create it. This is how I do my smoky eye. Very simple. Would you get up there, please? Thank you. Still with that same colour, I'm just making sure that it's really quite thick on there. I want a good base. I've decided that I can't carry on like this with my brows in this condition, so I'm just going to fix them up a little bit. I'm ready. I'm putting that all around there. I'm just taking, like, you're putting it all over the lid and taking it up a little bit higher. And it's not all the way up, so I look like some sort of strange panda, but it's not too far down so that my whole hooded lid is got no colour on it. You want it to come up above that saggy bit, but not too high that it just completely colours in. I'm being very general. It's smoky, it's soft, it's not really cut out and defined. I'm going to use a smaller blending brush like this and just do the same thing around the eye. You can do this bit with any kind of medium colour, not something that's too light and it's going to look funny and highlight all around your eye. You don't want that, you want the opposite. But if it's too dark, you can quite easily turn into more of a smudged black eye sort of thing. Now I'm going to define it a little bit more using a more graphite colour, like a darker grey. This one has got a bit of sparkle in it. It's this one right here. And this is the first colour I put on right here. So I'm using that same small brush, well, it's kind of medium. Just taking a little bit because it's easier to build up colour than it is to take away colour. And I'm going to concentrate it on the outside of my eyelid. And I'm just going to colour in the lid only and to about halfway. You can kind of build it up to the desired intensity that you want. It will go all patchy like this. That's just what happens. You have to settle yourself down and not feel like you've failed at this point, because this is what all makeup looks like at some point. I'm just going to feather it out a little bit. When you've got a hooded eye like this, you want your line of colour to come out. You don't want it to go down. If you follow your crease around with the dark colour and you end up with it down here, because you're kind of naturally inclined to go that way, it's just going to droop you even more. So you want to make sure that you keep it out like this. Almost draw like a right angle, and you want it to come up and meet that. And that will just subtly give your eye a lift as opposed to dragging it down. And then I'm just going to blend by using the same brush and going over and over it like this without adding extra colour. I'm just blending it out, and you can keep doing that until all those sort of funny smudge marks that you saw before have gone. Continue taking some of this grey down underneath your eye as well, because you want the smokiness to carry on all the way around. You have to be borderline careful with bags. See how I've got some bags here? I don't actually know where they came from. Yeah, you just want to be careful that you don't go too much darkness here and then drag your whole face down and put too much dark down here. And if you're a little bit slapdash with a brush like I am, I'm usually in a rush, just use a smaller one. I know there's a lot of things to have all the time, like all these different thousands of different brushes and stuff, but it really pays to get a good set of brushes that have a lot of variety, and then you're just set for life. So once you've got your bit of subtle smoky, you've intensified it on the outside towards the middle and added that same intensified colour down underneath here, you can richen it up if you want to. Is that even a thing? Make it more dark by adding more colour, adding more depth, and keep in mind you can do this with any kind of shade you want. So if you wanted to do a green smoky eye or a purple smoky eye, just use that kind of colour. As long as it's more of a deep shade that gives you that depth, then you can't really go wrong. Now if you've got really, really big wide eyes and you can get away with it, it's a really nice touch to go and line your entire eye with black liner, and that will just make your eyes absolutely go to a whole new level of sultriness. You can do both. You can do a nice crisp white to really open up the eye and still have the smoky effect around here, or you can do the opposite and just blacken it out and be all like, yeah, I'm a fierce lion, hear me roar. The only thing you need to make sure when you've done all this is that you have blended it out. So make sure you've just got some sort of flat fluffy brush that you can go over and over the whole thing. At this point I would call this a nice soft subtle smoky eye. You could leave it at that, add your liner and your mascara and you're good to go. You could put a bit of highlighter in here just to give it a bit of pop in the middle there, or take the black all the way around and have like a hard out dramatic full on, I don't know what I'm going to call it, but you know what I'm saying. What I'm going to do is keep it simple and go with this type of colour, which is just a really soft grey. It's called Grip. It's got a bit of shimmer in it. It's kind of a mid-tone between this grey and the original base colour that I put on around the eye. Make sure you have a clean brush, and if you don't, you can always use one of these special things that I made. And I'm going to use that to just go in around here. I still want that inner eye to be quite soft and smoky. I don't want it to be really highlighted. I always do highlight it in there, so for a smoky eye I want it to be a little bit different. You don't need that though, obviously. You can just use your grey all the way around. Keep it minimal. I think things are so nice when they're understated and just done well and simply. Look at all this fallout here. Shame. I'm going to line the entire thing with black because I think that would suit a lot of people. I know I always do this, but it's just the subtlest way of giving your lashes a good base. Nowadays, I feel like I'm not really willing to deal with the big giant eye booger that's going to appear from having all this product in here. If anybody knows of some waterproof black liners, or not even black but coloured, whatever, that can go in your waterline and not end up in a big huge ball in the middle here, I would love to know. I do know that if you keep your eye open and let it dry, then it can last a whole lot longer, but in realistic terms, who can do that? You have to know I already have mascara on from today. I'm just going to go ahead and put more so that you can see. Please curl your lashes. It can just take the look to a whole new level. Even if you feel like you don't need it, try it. Just try it. Says the girl who did not curl her lashes. This is gonna happen, believe it or not. I know you didn't expect that from me. I'm getting so much mascara all down underneath my eye, but I'm feeling quite confident with the fact that I've got a smoky eye, so it's not really gonna matter so much. Because when you're wiping it out, you're just gonna smear around all your grey anyway. Oh, stupid lashes. They always do that. You guys know your own lashes, right? So you know how much you can safely attempt to put on without having it all turn to custard. Oh, custard squares. You can put on as much or as little mascara as you want. Truthfully, I'm starting to really like the minimalist look. I used to wear lots of lash serum and get my lashes really long and put falsies on a lot more than I do now, but I'm just feeling like sometimes this can be quite enough. It just seems like we put so much emphasis on making sure we have everything as big and dramatic as we possibly can, when simply understated can be so beautiful and so subtle. That could have a lot more done to make it look more perfect, but being slightly undone, slightly thrown together is kind of, I don't know, a lot of people won't like that, but that's just me. Hey, you can take what you learn from my videos and apply whatever you want. Just gonna make sure those lashes are a little bit more separated. Touch up the black. Make sure I've blended. It all went a bit stupid trying to get off that mascara that I got on my lid, but that's okay because I'm just going to blend over it. This is why smoky eyes are so good. There's my smoky eye. Okay, so I'm going to do my other eye now. Usually when you do smoky eyes you tend to use darker colours, and therefore you can end up with a bit of fallout, which is when all your products just tip out onto the side of your face and you end up having to clean it up, and then it's so much worse than if you'd just done your eyes first and then applied your foundation. So just keep that in mind. You guys, I'm really liking this on its own. I think it's just so subtle and soft and pretty. I'm going to keep my face and lips fairly simple and just go with like a soft pink. Just applying it to the balls of my cheeks. With this, it's got a nice sheen, but I just want to add a little bit of candy glow to it, and that's just going to give it a little bit of light pink iridescence. So I'm kind of highlighting the blush, which sounds like a bit of work, but I'm not going to highlight anything else. I'm just going to keep it at that. I'm just going to put a nice soft pink gloss on. This one is, just for your interest's sake, Gerard Cosmetics ButterCream. And I personally hate this light on them. I'm sorry. I know it's like a cool snazzy little thing to have, but it's so distracting, and I actually find that I can't see as good at all. Thanks for highlighting my moustache. I'm feeling very pretty and soft right now. I think I could safely put on a nice black little dress and go about my smoky-eyed evening. So there's my subtle, soft, smoky eye tutorial for you guys. I hope that you've managed to pick something up from it. I know it can be really hard with getting to know your different eye shapes and figuring out what works for you. This is a very good general one that hopefully will be wearable for so many more than just one type of eye shape. So adjust it according to what you like. If you feel like you want to push it and go a bit darker, by all means do it. Otherwise, just experiment and play. You know that makeup is like an art form. Goodness, I'm loving my hair, but look how messy it is. Blondes have way more texture, don't they? If you have any questions, please sing out. I know the makeup's not perfect, it's the end of the day. Other than that, thanks again for watching. Please like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. Did you know I'm on Twitter? I don't know how to use it. I think I tweeted once. I'll link everything below, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye!